Hello everyone, today our group are going to give the presentation about the leadership styles between the charismatic and the transformational leadership. And for those two kinds of leaderships, we are going to give the case from the Steve Jobs and the President Obama. And now my partner will introduce about the cases from Steve Jobs first.
Hello, this is Naomi, and today I want to introduce some theory about charismatic leadership. Actually, charismatic leadership is embodied in the theory that leaders use their own charm to encourage foreigners and make major changes. Today, I will use Jobs as an example to illustrate charismatic leadership. I think the charm of Jobs is reflected in four aspects. First of all, persistence in adversity. Even if he was fired from the company he created, Jobs still didn't give up. Returned to Apple when Apple was in deep crisis and turned around. In addition, imagination comes with creative. Apple first became famous due to the high sales of notebook computers. And the most fascinating thing is because of the system and perfection of Apple computers. The selection of various fonts, all thanks to Jobs' creativity. Thirdly, language charm and communication talent. In fact, whenever there is a major product release, Jobs will personally go into battle, share Apple's new creation with the world, and let the world feel the surprise and shock of Apple. The title he drafted for the new product presentation is concise and specific, with clear selling points. For example, today Apple reinvented the mobile phone when the iPhone was released. Put 1,000 songs in your pocket when the iPod was released. Such a title is impressive and unforgettable. It can not only arouse the creatures of listeners and readers, but also simulate consumers' desire to buy. Last but not least, strong and bold. In September 1997, Jobs returned to Apple and served as CFO. He undertook a drastic reorganization of the company that was in deep development difficulties and was at stake. As soon as he took office, he quickly cut off uncharacteristic business, cutting the company's number of products from 350 to only 10. Such a move seems very wise today, but when the decision was made, it was frustrating and frightening.
Thanks my partner regarding charismatic leadership. Barack Obama is also a very typical example. Obama's performance in all aspects illustrates this. First, outstanding public communication skills. After entering the White House in 2009, Obama's speech and communication skills have been more fully demonstrated, and he has successfully established a political image of being a good public communicator. Obama's influence comes not only from his speech talent, but also from the policy messages he's conveying in his speeches. 2012 saw him perform well in three presidential debates, winning over audience and voters alike. And second, good organizational skills. Obama is a good learner, knows people well, and has built a highly capable staff. He encouraged his staff to express their views. Third, he's a skilled politician. And Obama's political record shows that he is a man of great political skills. As early as the Illinois Center, when he worked on the way to make political ills familiar, which also provided a strong boost to his performance in the Washington political area and with ease. Fourth, a recognized political vision. Obama's politicized essays are less constant by abstract cries and more influenced by programmatic committees to design various policies and that worked and the politically feasible. Fifth, he has excellent analytical and intellectual skills. Obama has been widely recognized for his brilliantly made and open-mindedness while studying at Harvard. He was commissioned to write a book, My Father's Dream, an analysis of the American-race relations, and has since become a public figure. 6. Good at managing emotion. This point, his youthful lack of belonging to his own racial identity, his alcoholism, and his addiction to drugs. Obama eventually embraced himself and built an inclusive political successful on that basis. The ability to manage his emotions is a ballast stone of Obama's leadership style. Next, my partner will analyze and compare Steve Jobs and Barack Obama, who are also charismatic leaders.
Thanks for the cases shared. So next, let's talk about charismatic leadership. In 1976, Robert House first proposed the concept of charismatic leadership. Charismatic leadership usually describes a leadership theory in which leaders use their own charisma to affect followers and make huge changes for organizations. Charismatic leadership has the following advantages. First, high confidence. Confidence is a powerful internal motivation that can inspire people to persevere in pursuing established goals and realizing their ideas. The high confidence allowed the Apple established by Jobs to become the leader of the global high-tech industry and Obama to lead the United States towards better development. Second, excellent eloquence. Charismatic leaderships will show their extraordinary accumulation of knowledge in the conversation, and the content they speak will be more profound and appealing. In 2005, Steve Jobs' Stanford University graduation speech was viewed hundreds of millions on YouTube. Obama's The Odyssey of Hope laid a solid foundation for his position in the party and laid the foundation for his future elections. Third, affinity. Affinity leaders can lead his team to work earnestly together and can achieve significant results. Affinity leaders will not let team members have a sense of distance, so that the team can better complete the task. The clothes that Jobs has worn for more than a decade and Obama's spring-like smile are deeply imprinted in the hearts of the public. Charismatic leadership also has disadvantages. The first is that personal charm affects collective decision-making. Leaders will overestimate their own abilities, express unrealistic or incorrect opinions, and increase the risk of decision-making. Second, it is not conducive to cultivating successors to the organization. Because of the charm of the former leader, the meeting caused obstacles to the cultivation of successors. Thanks for listening. Eric will continue to introduce the next part.
Thanks my partner shared their views, and this is Eric speaking right now. There's no doubt that both leaders have strong charismatic leadership, and many of the things they have done make a huge impact on their respective field and even the whole world. However, because of the differences in the area, the exact same leadership in the technology companies and politics cannot lead the same results. In addition to charismatic leadership, Steve Jobs also possessed a high level of transformational leadership, and in this section, we will compare how these two types of leadership play out in their respective fields. The first one is about the period of the benefits. The charismatic leaders focus on the current exciting benefits of the followers, trying to find out the common points through the benefits and combining the general goals with the followers' expectation. This is one nature of the charismatic leadership style. But transformational leadership needs to make it clear to some employees or followers that sacrificing their current benefits can bring more long-term ones to the general public or the company. So the sacrifice of employees' personal benefits is treated as a kind of necessary condition for the relocation of the resource and adjustment of the departmental function among the company in general. This is especially true for the fast-growing technology companies. Also, this is the reason why two types of the leadership have different goals when it came to the general public, which are stabilization and breakthrough. As a politician, Obama must to keep the nation's confidence in him, being cautious in making leadership decisions and make it appropriate to stabilize his followers and trying to use a smooth approach when taking actions. But for Steve Jobs of the technology company, the situation became completely different. The interaction of the technology required risk, and the innovation idea often bring the unexpected success. Once the new technology is adopted, the old ones is often discarded outright, immediately. From the period of the first iPhone, most of the customers we all have seen the consistent self-breakout of the Apple's product over a period of several years. And this is what unique made by the transformational leadership. The most foundation's reason of why these two types of leadership can be so different because in their styles of the acting is because the differences in the challenges and pressures they are facing, and also the risk they have to take. For the technology companies, the consequence of the bad decisions in the technology development can simply be a massive cost or just worthless research result. But for the politicians, every wrong decision has a potential to bring a horrible consequence. And this consequence, both leaders and governments are difficult to bear. This is why Obama or more politicians do not have or do not dare to show the transformational leadership. This is the result for our presentations, and thank you. To the end, we have two questions for you to do discussion during the classes. So we have two questions over here. The first one is like, do you think the transformational leadership styles is good for the politics? And the second one is like, for the enterprise, which leadership styles is better, charismatic or the transformational? Thank you.